Hi, now then, I recently posted a link to, or rather a photograph of an item I purchased on eBay. It seems to have caused quite a stir. Lots of people asking, what does it do, how does it work, what have I done? Now, bear with me and I will show you what I have done. Now, the little piece of equipment involved is this. Okay, this thing here, look, the tap adapter. See? Okay, it's a brass thing and it just screws in to the end of the tap in place of where would normally be the filter thing that goes inside the end of your tap. You can unscrew that. You might need to use a spanner to get it out with, and this definitely needs putting in with a spanner, otherwise they do dribble from underneath here a little bit. But that ain't the end of the world, you can sort that one out. So what does it do? Well, the beauty of it is I'll just move back into my fish room, or one of my fish rooms, is that it makes water changing a lot easier. Now, you'll know what these are. This is a standard gravel siphon. Now what I have done is, on the other end, I have attached to that part off a hose lock, standard hose pipe connector, what you would use to connect your hose pipe to a tap. Now, why, you ask? Because these things have got a one-way valve in them. Well, if I use this little piece of kit here, look, it's a back-to-back hose lock connector. Stick that within the end, like that, and then you can now attach that to a hose pipe. Yes. So, I have my hose ready. Hang on. Put that down. Right, I have my hose here ready, look. And I will show you now how I do this. So, I've just discovered as well that you can't swap cameras mid-video on this, which is a bit awkward, but there you go. Right, that is a hose with a hose lock fitting, cheap and cheerful one. They work very, very well, just as well as the deer ones. It's just a case of the shop that I got that one from only had the deer ones in. The other end of the pipe, you'll probably see this, I've just thrown it on the garden. So, chuck that down there like that. Okay. Now, let me come back in. Hey, that's me falling over tumbly. Now, hang on a minute now. It might be easier if I put my phone on. Right, yeah. Now then. Connect the gravel siphon to the hose lock fitting. Pretty simple, really. That goes on there. The end of that pipe, as you saw, is outside. So, we then get the standard gravel sucking end. And I will give you a quick little demonstration how this all works. I'm going to use my little fish tank. This is my little blue valve tank. I've just got small things in it, look. Nothing of any particular size. I've just thrown a bit of cucumber in for them as well. They seem to enjoy. Swimming about quite happily. Right, so that's connected to there. And what we do with this now is, in the way that it would ordinarily be done, the end pops off. But there we go, it is now siphoning, as you can probably see. This was only done the other day. I'm only going to lift a little bit just as an example, but as you can see, that's now siphoning wonderfully. In fact, I don't really know if the camera's picking it out very well, but there is stuff going up. There you go, you can see it there now, going up inside the tube. Not a problem. So I will siphon this out a little bit. Once I top up anyway, this tank, it does evaporate quite a lot. I don't know why, but it does. It's one of those things. So that'll do. just for the purposes of an example. Now, that will have all, you can hear it glugging, because you'll see it really, but it's coming out down there. Just there it is. So, stage 1 of the job complete. Okay, stage 2 of the job. Stick the hose pipe in. Now, this is going to need a little bit of magic. As we all know, this stuff most will probably be familiar with. It is the old Aquarium. I'm not putting a lot in, so I'll chuck a capful in. Okay, that is now getting to work inside the tank. So what we need to do next is make sure that the end is dipped in the tank, which it is, and it ain't going to fall out. I would normally not recommend leaving that, and I need to invent a adapter to hang the pipe over the edge of the tank, so that will then become more secure and I can leave that with a bit more confidence. But it should be alright just for what we're doing if I'm careful. So if I go back in the other room, now I'm not putting a lot of water in this, so all I'm going to use is a bit of cold today. A little bit of cold will not do it any harm. So I've hooked it up, see, hose lock fitting, snaps on beautifully. Okay, tap on. Just put it on slowly, because you don't need to go on very fast. And here we go. And there we have it. See, water pouring out the end straight into the tank, and that will top that tank up now to a suitable level. And if you notice on the top, I have got a digithermometer, currently reading 26, which is, you know, plenty. I don't tend to run my tanks too warm, to be honest. I don't think it does the fish any good running the tanks too warm. I'll just turn the water up a little bit. I tend to try to keep my tanks about 25-ish. So that's turned the water up. The tank is now filling up quite nicely. So give me a minute and I'll come back to you. Right, okay, that's the tank back full. As you can see, back up to the level where I want it at. Now here's a word of warning for you. Chuck the empty end back outside first, because when you unplug the end on the tap, all that water will run back outside. If you undo it without doing that, you chance it all coming back into the kitchen, and then that just, generally speaking, makes the boss upset. So all we need to do then is just let the water drain out the pipe. I'll keep that like that, and that is pretty much it. That was only a tiny bit of water. The tank's still over 25, currently reading, oops, after I've thrown the lid in, currently reading, you can see there, look, 25.2. I am on the reverse camera, which is probably not helping, but certainly not, but 25.2 that reads. And that is literally it. I know a lot of you lot like to use pythons, very expensive. I'm on a water meter. To use a python, I'd have to run the tap in the other room to suck the water out of this tank, and the same amount of water what comes out of that tank would have to go down that drain in there, and it's wasted, and I'm paying for that. So I find this method much cheaper, just as quick, to be fair, and probably actually better, maybe, perhaps, who knows. We've all got our own ways of doing it, but that's how I do it, and that is how my little bits all work. Have a go yourself, why not? Cheers, bye bye.